Hey, hibbery-dibbery, when you say it's like a humiliation ritual, are you talking about your life, your music career, or both? Your music career is kind of dropped off. You never really had one. You was a background bitch in some dude's video, a nobody. One of these guys whose hand always has to gravitate towards his crotch. I don't know why. You know, they think that's cool or something. I mean, you know how people do shit, you know, like when they're up on stage, you know, they kind of bounce around and, you know, they'll do shit with their hands and their feet and their body. And that's something that sometimes people do. It's like one of their go-to moves. They'll have the microphone in their hand and their other hand will just sort of kind of gravitate towards their crotch area. They might move it to the left and the right, you know. They might kind of, you know, touch the top of their belt or whatever a little bit, and for some reason that's just kind of where their energy gets directed. So, so yeah, you're kind of a never was. You're not a has-been. You're not a washed up, wash out or anything. You're just sort of you were never a firecracker. You were just a sparkler, and you know, your parents, you know, wanted you to be a firecracker. I don't know if it was both or. You've got two dads. One of them owns like a chain of pizzerias or some shit. The other one, I don't know what he does. But I don't know what your mom does. But you was taking tap lessons and dance lessons and all that stuff that you've talked about before that I happen to remember. You know, you were like a protege. You were being groomed. And you appeared to like it and stuff, but it was never really like legit. You didn't choose that, it was chosen for you and you just happened to enjoy it. But did you really? Obviously you're not doing it now. So what's her name? What did I christen her as? Olivia O'Butt. Oh yeah, I'll have to fucking find her or some shit. I haven't checked her in months. But I think she would like rock out shows. She was on the stage with a mic. I don't think you did that. You made music in the studio and then sold your CDs on the internet. Again, kind of a nobody, never was, you know, just whatever. I'm actually not trying to talk shit. It probably sounds that way, but I'm being honest. I mean, you know it. And now, you know, you wanted to get married and have kids, and that fizzled out so much to the point that you got the tattoo on your chest. Now I'm repeating myself. I've said all this shit before. You know, so you're just like fed up with these dagwam boys, you know, and still got that stupid fucking gigantic ass. It's ridiculous. And I guess that's just your natural state. Man, it's like your thighs are too big and they're like overly. Fuck, I don't know, man. They seem kind of muscular. It's really off-putting to someone like me. A lot of dudes are probably all about it. You still have dudes like hit on you. See, I suspect you're a lesbian for the companionship and going out and hanging out and having fun. You know, because you're an extrovert. And then occasionally you'll just sort of hook up with a dude for that, you know, dick. That's actually attached to a dude. You know, it's not just some diddly-iddly-iddly-o. So, really wish you'd post some pictures of your mom. You might on your circle feed, but like I said, I haven't done the new password. Because I just do it on this phone and then turn it off. And occasionally it just, you know, stops. Like Facebook, I can't do Facebook anymore. Because it's like it's been too long since I logged in or whatever. So it's just what it does. It's what technology does. So I need to come up with a new password. I'm not going to do it this time because I'm just basically doing a restart. You know, I had to swap out with a dude. He just decided to do a restart. Restart. Oh, shit. Oh, no. So, yeah, man. But yeah, MILF. Your mommy bear. I thought about saving some pictures of you, your face, you know, and I know this sounds pathetic. Don't tell anybody, okay? Ah, boo. It's so humiliating. But yeah, I actually did. I thought about it, maybe, you know, because I used to have some pictures of you, and then a long time ago, then I deleted them all. I was like, this bitch ain't shit. But now I was kind of thinking, because I've kind of made some new collages. I've made some new ones of fucko. I had some ones that I just sort of redid, you know, kind of trimmed up, made the panty wears a little longer and narrower, with bobs. I've got a few different collages of her. I'm gonna make one of Katie Boo, where I'm gonna actually make the collage and size it up. So, cause I'm a player, I'm a pimp. Should I be humiliated? Because I don't feel humiliated, like at all. Should I? Nobody told me this was pathetic. It's that Sigma shit, dog. Arr, 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 arr. Like I said, I am Sigma. I'm definitely not Alpha. I am Sigma. I'm just not the cool kind. So it's my future bestie, Cool Breeze. Douche licking Smee, man, I don't know about that. Mr. Longhead, of course, obviously. I mean, you see that guy walking down the street, you give that guy room. You step to the side and you turn your shoulder. You don't give him the, you know, blur, you know, or whatever. Not that that's a thing. Is that a thing for you? Is that why you said that? Well, no. But you know what I'm saying. I just sort of whatever, you know. Sometimes you yield out, you know, like if you're passing a dude, you know, and maybe they don't, you know, step aside as much, you know. But it's like it's no big deal, you know. It's just like whatever. You're not gonna challenge him. Bump shoulders. But yeah, you know, you're sharing sidewalk space, you know. And my future bestie Cool Breeze is walking along, you know, you might not even like notice. What the fuck was that? Hey, asshole. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even see you there, you insignificant little man. But technically, he's Sigma. He just doesn't give off that aura. Move upside and let the man go through. Let the man go through, Mr. Longhead. You know, it's like, fuck. He's like 6'7", you know, clearly works out, you know. Got the bald head and the beard. Kind of has that, you know, like, He could be at the round table, you know, of men among men. You know, here's a Viking, here's a special forces guy, you know, here's a bull rider, here's a fighter pilot, here's a guy who fucking does YouTubes on video, or videos on YouTube. Welcome, you can stay. You know, they had like a contest, you know, combat sports. It's like, okay, all right, Mr. 50-year-old man. Okay, all right. You're welcome at table anytime, you know. And then there's just some Russian. He's just there just because he's Russian. Any questions? What? But, anyway. So, I guess that's really all I gotta say. Hibby-dibby. Whoo. Fuck. You're gonna regret that. Like I said, the decision to not, you know. I pity you. I feel sorry for you. I mean, you're out there laughing and giggling and still doing your debauchery shit, you know, hanging out at dive bars, and, you know, it feels like you're living your best life now, but really you're just squandering it. So, and I think you would have been a good wife and mother. And maybe it's kind of the same deal as Katie Boo, you know, it's like, takes two to tango. And like I said, I was considering actually, you know, like masturbating to your face. You know, like you've got a dickable face. But do you really? I can't really decide. I think you might. You know, you're a pretty girl. You're a pretty girl, you know. Your ass is horse shit and so are your thighs, but... And of course, you're one of these small titty chicks, you know, so... But you got, you know, curves and... You're a pretty girl, you know. Poor bastard. Didn't you just buy a house or some shit? Why don't you come buy my fucking house? Don't just pay it off for me. You know? This whole mortgage thing you may or may not have heard me talk about. If it goes up, you know, $75 to $95 every year after year, I am not going to be able to afford this fucking house. It's gonna happen. I will be priced out of this fucking house. Rigged game. Evil scum of the earth motherfuckers. So, and I'm not going to get into what happens after that and what my options are, but twisted fucking shit, dog. Twisted fucking humans. Greed, 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 ah. And I just don't. Anyway, what was it? Like, I'm not a Bible thumper, but it was an AI thing, and the top comment was something like, "We'll all have a front row seat, you know, when these people get their judgment handed down to them." And it's like, you know, woo! It's because they're disconnected, you know. They don't know that person, you know, who can't afford groceries and just kept losing shit and doing without shit just so they could make their mortgage, and then eventually they had to file for bankruptcy because Mr. fucking, you know, railroad trans system to nowhere, you know, we want to know where this money's going. No, can't do that. It's going to Ilmar, go boom, 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 you know, blow shit up. White man is evil. Yeah. Apparently, according to like I said, it's according to the receipts, and it's like everything, all roads point to you. But apparently the whole concept of this and of that and the other and the other and of this and of that You know, if you really, like I said, I was kind of like, whoa, shit, man, fuck, whoa. Like, no, it is you. You were the brother. You were Ishmael or whatever, and that's who you fucking descend from. You, shit. You know, really, you want to... I mean, actions speak louder than words, but, you know, if you want to go way back, a couple hundred years, and then a couple hundred more, and then a couple thousand more, and you want to fucking trace it down, maybe you should shut the fuck up. Oh, and by the way, quit stealing the common folks' money with this wine company that doesn't exist. You evil piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking. So anyway, I'm not really that guy, you know, ooh, ah, but you know what I mean? It's like, well, shit. Maybe you should shut the fuck up and stop stealing people's money. How's that sound to you? So, these people are just trying to make a living. You don't even know they exist. You know, that dude who didn't know how to make a fucking cheeseburger on the grill. You know, he's making, you know, $500,000 a year or $1 million or some shit. You know, and because of his actions and people like him, you got people losing their houses and their livelihood, and good luck, you fucking bastard. Fuck you. So, anyway. So yeah, come pay off my house. Just, you know, so you can feel good about yourself. I'd accept it. Did you know I was one number away from winning the lottery? Are you a secret fan? Fuck, I don't know. Like, I might as well stop trying at this point. Shit, man. I mean, you can't win if you don't play, but fucking A. And I only won $1,200, and that was before taxes. So next year, or shit, I'd have to look at the ticket. I'm not sure if it's this year or next year. I'll probably owe them 50%. You know, I'll have to. You know what I mean? Shit. But anyway. Guess that's all I got to say, baby. Yeah, yeah.